Hey everyone, quick video update because there's a few team situations that have dropped just now that I'm going to just help anyone out with that is a little concerned with. We had a game yesterday and we'll get to that first. I vice captain McRae, so I'm taking that. I finally have a captain that went over 110 um, and like for one over 100 and then a 110. So it's like, wow, I actually got a decent captain score for once. Lock it in. Um, we've basically got. I traded in McKenna last night. And it's looking like I hadn't done this initially. But I edited the trade for it to be Constable out instead of I think Sheed and just doing some DPP stuff. But yeah, I thought the matchup was good for McKenna against the Dogs, but evidently he took some kick-ins, but it just I don't know. The Lions didn't really get their defensive ball going. Um, in hindsight, I should have grabbed Wilmot and had the extra cash to do something else. He looks like one I've missed. Like he looks not really droppable and yeah, quite capable of getting to those 60s. He's got a really good mark. He was pushing up the ground and stuff. So he's one I'm going to look into getting next week for an inflated price, but still be getting cash generation from him. But McKenna also looks good. He's just didn't get his hands enough on it. Not many tackles. I reckon he looks solid though, so he's going to be a guy just I can stick there and have a confidence in, as opposed to these Cowan Bergman types. Um, Also, I have no idea how Bont didn't get to at least 100. He was on 75 at half time. It's just a classic second half Bontempelli fade there, but wasn't helped for this freeze against, and like a dropped mark for a shot at goal and everything. So, I mean, past the eye test, it's just annoying not seeing one of your elite midfielders jump to those big scores when Brayshaws and LDUs have been doing that thing, but not too concerning. He was so good in the first half. It's just hopefully the rest of the season he picks up in the second halves where he's fading a lot. So yeah, that's it from that. I'll just go to the team news that we have had. The big one is basically there's the Collingwood Cox out is really good for people that have Cameron. I'm one of them. Whether or not Richmond do anything with Dacos is a question, but I don't know. I think Dacos will get to a 100. I don't know. It's hard to say anything there. He'll probably just be great again. I think, yeah, really, for the Giants, Kellen Whiffield's back. That's really good for my team and anyone else that owns him. Not really much in terms of other teams, but besides, Uland out is bad for owners, but he looked like he was destined to be dropped. And the other one is obviously Constable getting the boot. So everyone's going to be scrambling to work out what to do with him. He's definitely a trade because I don't, from my understanding, is he an emergency? It looks like Berry will be the sub if it's the first emergency there. Constable could be the sub. And if you knew he was going to be the sub, he's probably a hold if you can get a decent score off your bench, maybe. Because he will still go up in price. His break even's only 2. He's just going to be a bit of a headache the next couple of weeks if you don't trade him either way. So, looking like a pretty must trade situation. And like you saw, I've just edited my trade to have McKenna there. I wanted to jump on Sarong and McKenna, but I might not be able to do that now. And that also should probably be something I try and do still, due to the fact Will Brody's dropped. So I guess Jago O'Meara gets a bump in CBAs there. So I guess, yeah, Sarong and Brayshaw's already been that king in there. So I guess Sarong might get a decent little spike. Yeah, Brody drops a big one. Very interesting. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, this Constable one is now the problem everyone's facing. Who do people go to if they haven't done their trades yet? I think a few people will try and find a way to get today, but I reckon a lot of people will also jump on Stalker because he's the closest in price for continual price progression. So maybe he's another one I jump on now. I think I can go today as well, dropping a Sheet or a Ladhams. It's a difficult one. Yeah, just I think I'm just doing this video just to make sure anyone that's not in the loop knows that Constable is out and to make trades accordingly. You probably look. A lot of people did trade McRae, so he's one you can't do now. Which is tough for people that did trade him. And like I said in my previous video, it's just I don't really want to be trading those big guys because they can bounce back like McRae did. He still doesn't have the best role, but just not a big concern for now. I'd rather just fix up the rest of my team as the year progresses. So yeah, I think for Constable, if you're not looking at DPP stuff, your best options can't really go to McKenna now, obviously. Your best options are Stalker, really low break even, and a good role in the back line. You got to find some cash to get there. Another one is Day. You also have to jump up in cash. Tyler Young is not a debutant, but he just doesn't look. He's a rookie, but he doesn't look like scoring well. Wouldn't be going there, to be honest. Position's a bit hard to see him holding. Looking at the other 200k guys, yeah, quite a few of them were in the game last night. Not really anything there. I'll have a look through these defenders if there's anything interesting. Nothing in the 300k range I like. Cordy, you couldn't go there. I wouldn't go any of these options. 400k. Yeah, it's not a good spot. It really does look like the closest in price point worth getting. Maybe Hamilton's an option. I don't really like his job security. He started well against the Eagles, but I guess he holds his spot. He's one you could maybe roll the dice on, but he's a very risky option there. Started well though, so he's got the capability of scoring, but I personally wouldn't go there. So yeah, it seems like Hamilton is a risky like for like, and then it is, in my opinion, Stocker. To be honest, he's the only one there that looks good. And then Day, and then you're going up to like a Day, Koss, or whoever in the back line. So yeah, tough one for coaches. Those are the options I'd be looking at. If anyone wants to send a question about anything in the comments, feel free to. And good luck this week. Bye.